Hey everyone, and welcome back
Yeah, welcome back.
to another deep dive.
Deep dive.
So today we're going to be diving into DeepBook
Yes.
and its native token Deep
Deep, yeah.
on the SUI blockchain.
That's right. The SUI blockchain.
Yeah.
And we have some really cool insights today from a crypto YouTuber
Yeah, for sure.
who has been following this project.
Following it closely.
And he thinks there is some wild potential here.
Yeah.
So Deep has been doing very well.
Extremely well.
Especially in light of the fact that it was recently airdropped.
Yeah, and it's defying...
It's been defying all the trends.
Like defying all the trends you typically see with a token after an airdrop.
Right.
So that's what we're going to look at today.
Yeah. So what is it about Deep?
Yeah.
What is it about DeepBook that's so interesting and
Well, I think one of the most fascinating things about DeepBook is its role as like the backbone of SUI DeFi.
oh wow, the backbone.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty important.
It is spine surgery level important.
It is. Yeah, it's the YouTuber was calling it the backbone, and I think it's a really apt description because it really is providing a lot of the liquidity to a lot of the other protocols within the SUI ecosystem.
Okay, so explain this for me.
Yeah.
So how can it be the backbone?
Yeah.
Like what makes it so central to the SUI ecosystem?
Well, for decentralized exchanges, or DEX, as they're often called, to function really well, they need a lot of liquidity. They need a lot of tokens readily available to trade.
Right.
And so DeepBook comes in and aggregates this liquidity from a bunch of different sources, and it acts as kind of this one-stop shop for all your SUI trading needs.
Okay, so instead of like going to all these different exchanges, trying to get the best price or the best swap, I can just go to DeepBook and they're doing that all for me.
That's exactly it. It's a DX aggregator.
Gotcha.
And it pulls in liquidity from a bunch of different places, including other aggregators. So other DXs, but even other aggregators. So you're getting this like wide range of tokens. You're getting potentially faster swaps, and you're getting less slippage.
Okay, wait.
Back up.
Yeah.
Slippage.
So
like imagine you're trying to swap like some USDC for some SUI.
Okay.
And you see the price quoted on DeepBook, but by the time your transaction goes through, the price that you actually end up paying is a little bit higher.
Okay.
That difference is slippage.
Okay.
And it can happen when there's not enough liquidity to cover your trade.
Gotcha.
And DeepBook is trying to minimize that risk by bringing in all this liquidity.
So DeepBook's kind of like the matchmaker of SUI.
That's a great way to put it.
Like it's making sure there's always somebody there to swap tokens with.
Exactly, no matter how obscure the token is.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, and that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Okay.
DeepBook is also planning to integrate wallets directly onto its platform. So you're going to be able to manage and trade your SUI assets all in one place.
So they're trying to just like take over the whole SUI.
They're trying to corner the market.
Corner the market.
In a good way.
Okay, yeah.
It's good for users,
Yeah.
So
that sounds great.
Yeah.
So the YouTuber also mentioned that DeepBook works with other platforms like Citus and Aftermath.
Yeah.
So what's the significance of that?
Well, by working with those other platforms, they're not just offering like a standalone service, It's like they're integrating themselves into the fabric of the SUI ecosystem.
So they're not just a tool, they're like a foundational layer.
Exactly.
Okay, so they're playing the long game here.
They are.
Really building out something special.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about Deep.
Yeah.
The native token.
Let's get into it.
This is where things get a little spicy.
It gets spicy, yeah.
This token has gained something like, I don't even know the percentage.
It's crazy amount.
It's an insane amount since launch, and especially considering it was airdropped.
Yeah, you don't typically see that kind of price action after an airdrop.
So what is it about this token that's defying all expectations?
Typically when a token gets airdropped, people who get it for free immediately sell it and cash out.
Right.
But Deep has bucked that trend in a big way.
Yeah.
It's almost like everybody who got it was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
This is valuable. We should hold on to this.
The YouTuber even said that he swapped his airdrop for SUI, and then the price kept going up.
Oh, man.
Talk about a missed opportunity.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, but seriously, what is fueling this incredible rise?
Well, I mean, there's certainly hype. There's no doubt about that. But I think there's more to it than that. I think there's a genuine belief in DeepBook's potential.
Oh, wow.
And investors are seeing the value proposition, the technology, and the partnerships. And they're betting on this long term.
So it's not just like a quick cash grab.
It doesn't seem like it.
It
feels like people are behind it. Yeah.
Okay.
That they're in it for the long haul.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So is this like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity?
Potentially. It's hard to say.
I know, I'm getting a little FOMO.
Yeah, FOMO is real.
But, we gotta think about the risk here as well.
Yeah, of course, anytime you're talking about crypto, you have to talk about risk.
Right. It's not all sunshine and rainbows.
No, it's not. It's a volatile market.
Yeah.
We've got to be realistic.
We have to be realistic about this.
Yeah.
So that's what we'll look at next.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So let's talk about risk.
Yeah.
It's the elephant in the room.
It is, yeah.
I love the idea of deep going to the moon.
Yeah.
But we have to talk about, the downside.
The downside.
Because crypto is so volatile.
Yeah, it's a volatile market.
So what are we talking about here?
Well,
What kind of risks should people think about? Well, I think first and foremost, we just have to acknowledge that crypto is volatile.
Yeah.
And deep, like any other crypto asset, is susceptible to price swings driven by all sorts of factors.
So even if DeepBook, does everything right, builds this amazing platform, becomes this matchmaker for the whole SUI ecosystem, things could still go wrong.
Yeah, you can't control the macro environment.
Right.
Okay. DeepBook could be building this amazing ship, but, you can't control the weather.
Right. The regulatory landscape could change.
Exactly.
Bitcoin could crash.
Yeah, Bitcoin could take.
And that would affect, everything else.
Ripple effects. Yeah.
So don't put all your eggs in one basket.
That's right.
Diversify.
Diversify.
Don't just buy deep.
Yeah. Spread it around.
So the YouTuber was super bullish on Deep.
Yeah.
Even said that he thinks it could crack the top 100 cryptocurrencies.
It's an ambitious prediction.
It is.
For sure.
Is that even possible?
It's possible.
Okay.
I mean,
what would it take?
A cryptocurrency's ranking is determined largely by its market cap.
Okay.
Right, so that's just the total value of all the tokens in circulation.
So for Deep to get to the top 100, the price has to go way up.
It's got to go up significantly.
And lots of people need to buy in.
And more people need to buy it and hold it.
Not hold it.
Which would increase the market cap.
Okay, so both Deep and SUI as a whole have pretty small market caps right now.
Relatively small, yeah.
Compared to the big dogs.
Compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum? Yeah.
So there is room to grow.
There's a lot of room to grow.
So if SUI explodes and DeepBook becomes the go-to platform for SUI DeFi, the price of Deep could
skyrocket.
And it could reach the top 100.
It could crack the top 100. It's not impossible.
Wow.
Okay. It's all about growth potential and market dynamics.
So if SUI becomes like the next Solana, or even bigger, and DeepBook is right there in the middle of it.
Yeah, if they capture a significant chunk of that activity, then it's not out of the question.
Top 100 is not out of the question.
No.
Wow. Okay, so lots of ifs and coulds.
Yeah, there are a lot of ifs.
But the potential upside is...
The potential upside is huge.
Huge.
But we have to temper that with...
Reality.
Yeah, we've got to be realistic.
Okay.
It's a risky investment.
Besides just the regular crypto volatility, are there any other risks specific to DeepBook or Deep?
Yeah, one thing to consider is just the competitive landscape of DeFi. It's a constantly evolving space. Yeah. New protocols are popping up all the time.
So someone could come along.
Absolutely.
And build a better mousetrap.
They could build a better mousetrap.
And DeepBook is...
They could have a better interface.
Out of business.
They're tokenomics.
And Deep crashes.
Yeah, they could challenge DeepBook's dominance, and that would put downward pressure on the price of Deep.
Okay, so it's like a constant race.
It is. It's a constant race.
They got to stay ahead.
You got to stay ahead of the curve, yeah.
Okay, what else?
Well, regulation is always a concern.
Oh, yeah.
Governments are still figuring out how to deal with crypto and DeFi.
Right.
So any new regulations could have a big impact on DeepBook.
Okay.
Yeah.
So regulatory uncertainty.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Is a big risk.
It is.
Okay.
And, DeepBook has done really well so far.
Yeah.
But it's still a relatively young protocol.
Okay.
So there's always the risk of,
technical
challenges, bugs, vulnerabilities, things like that.
Okay, so stay informed.
Stay informed. Do your research.
Pay attention to security audits.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, diversification again.
Diversification.
Don't put all your SUI eggs in the DeepBook basket.
Explore what else is out there.
Exactly.
In the SUI ecosystem.
Yeah, check out the other projects.
Yeah.
You know.
Variety is the spice of life.
That's right.
Especially in crypto.
Especially in crypto. All right, so we've made it to the end.
The end of our deep dive.
Of our DeepBook deep dive.
Yeah.
We talked about its role in SUI DeFi.
Its potential.
The Deep token.
Yeah, how well it's done.
And of course, all the risks.
The risks.
So what should our listeners take away from all this?
Well, I think the main thing is that DeepBook is worth watching.
Okay.
You know, it's a player in the SUI ecosystem, and Deep has performed really well so far.
Yeah, but we got to remember that past performance doesn't guarantee future results.
Right, exactly.
Deep could keep going up.
It could.
But it's not a sure thing.
No guarantees in crypto.
No guarantees.
That's why you got to do your research.
Yeah, do your own research.
Don't just take our word for it or the YouTuber's word for it.
Don't take anybody's word for it.
No, dig in.
Look into it yourself.
Yeah, look at the technology, understand the team, look at the roadmap, check out the competition.
Read the white paper.
Read the white paper. Yeah, it's important.
Even though it might be boring.
It might be a little dry.
But it's important.
But it's important.
Go to the website, join the community.
Yeah, get involved.
Ask questions.
Ask questions.
The more you know.
Yeah.
The better decisions you can make.
Right.
And speaking of decisions.
Yeah.
Remember to only invest what you can afford to lose.
This is so important.
Crypto can be great.
It can be great.
But it's risky.
Don't
bet the farm.
Don't bet the farm on one project.
On any single project.
No matter how good it looks.
No matter how good it looks.
Right.
All right, so to wrap up.
Yeah.
Let's leave our listeners with a thought.
A thought.
Could DeepBook actually become a major player in DeFi?
Ooh, that's the question.
Like a real big one.
Yeah. Rivaling the giants on the other blockchains.
Is that even possible?
Well, it all comes down to execution.
Right, they have to deliver.
Yeah. Can they do what they say they're going to do?
Can they keep up with the innovation?
Can they stay ahead of the competition?
We'll be watching.
Yeah, we'll be watching closely.
And you should too.
You should too.
Stay curious.
Stay informed.
And keep exploring the world of SUI.
And beyond.
Until next time.
Happy diving.
Happy diving, everyone.